Welcome, everybody, to the Triple Covered Podcast, AEW edition. I am Jay Bird, Justin Hollis, here with
the flawless one, Dustin Hollis.
And
Brandon Carroll.
Woo!
No fancy nicknames for them boys.
No fancy. We don't need fancy nicknames because look at us. We are good looking. Woo! How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Doing great?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there.
Hanging in there. So Dusty and I took our kids to the AEW Homecoming edition in Jacksonville, Florida at Daly's Place. It was my first time going to a wrestling event since Monday Night Nitro.
Since the Macho Man came off the top rope with the elbow.
Oh, yeah.
That was back in the late 90s, mid-90s, when Nitro was hot, NWO style.
It was definitely hot. So you've gone to like a SmackDown or a Raw. Was it SmackDown recently?
Yeah, we went to SmackDown about 4 years ago with my daughter.
You got John Cena's.
I did not get John Cena's wristband. My daughter got John Cena's wristband. So
that's pretty cool.
It was actually one of the dark matches. He came out afterwards, and we bought the ticket right next to the aisle. So we were about 4 seats back from the ring, right next to the aisle, because he wanted to be right where the wrestlers came out at. So it was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah. Was so Dynamite, man, at Daly's Place. That was hot. The crowd was good. It was hot.
Yeah, it was a lot of energy. I mean, there were some ugly sons of bitches there.
This guy, all he talked about was, man, there's some ugly guys here.
These guys are so ugly. The librarian was hitting on me. Just saying, the librarian chick. What's your name? Lena?
Leva Bates.
Yeah. So she, but there, I was probably top 5 handsome guy there.
If he was top 5, that made me number 1.
Personality means something.
Personality means something. So you watched it a little bit. You watched it on TV.
Yeah, I watched it a little bit on TV. I actually streamed it today. I've been really busy the past few days since New Year's, but I was able to watch some of it today, and I thought it was a pretty good episode. It definitely brought in the new year the way they wanted to.
Yeah. I think they stacked the card, kind of made it almost like a mini pay-per-view.
Absolutely.
Because NXT was just doing an award show.
Yeah.
And so they kind of stacked the card, made it look like a mini pay-per-view, and I think they pulled it off.
Yeah, no, they pulled it off. It was action packed. I mean, it literally kept the attention of a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old for the whole night.
Yes, it
from
did.
dark to dark. All matches. The one match with the Billy Gunn,
Austin Gunn, Billy Gunn, the Gun Club.
The Gun Club was the dark match in the beginning, and they came out. they fought Sean Spears and some jabroni. So and from the get go,
we don't know you.
The crowd started chanting, "We don't know you," and so you got a little 4-year-old, 5-year-old just scream all night, "We don't know you."
Dustin Rhodes, Cody Rhodes is out there, and they're yelling, "We don't know you." We're like, no, we know Cody Rhodes. We know Cody.
Yeah. And it kept their attention the whole time. I mean, my son might have asked to go home, but the whole time he was standing up in my lap watching the show.
And one thing they took away from the show was the 2 counts. 1, 2, and the ref would jump up and go 2. And so the whole night, every time they would do that, it'd be a 2 count. Both of our sons would literally put their hands in the air and go 2, 2.
Yeah, we were laying in bed last night, and I flipped on Raw, and and we were laying there. And I thought he was asleep, and waiting for him to fall asleep, and all of a sudden, 1, 2, and he flies out of bed and goes 2, right in front of my face. I'm like, "Oh, mom's gonna kill me."
Yeah. But Jericho's already asking, "Hey, can we go to another Dynamite?" Like he was excited about it. I'm kind of stupid about wrestling. Like I'm crazy. I'm a lot more.
Jay Bird is one of you nerds.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
Nerd
so
alert.
I'm a good looking one.
But have you ever been to a live show?
I not a live show, but I've been to a few of the SmackDown tours.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are pretty interesting. I got to watch John Cena against the Big Show a few years ago in a steel cage match.
Oh wow!
For the title.
I've never seen a steel cage.
That was interesting to watch. That was when the Big Show was on his big heel run there with WWE. But no, I thought it was definitely interesting to see it in person after all the years of seeing it on TV. It's definitely, you really get a different taste for it, I would say.
Yeah.
It's a lot more, I don't know how to articulate it, but I really enjoy live shows, and I'm kind of upset I didn't get to go to the Dynamite here in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Should ask Jay Brady about your ticket.
Yeah, it was a good show. The place was packed. The crowd was hot. They were loud. I went back and watched it, and you can hear the crowd like crazy, which is good because some people like outside places tend to not show up as well.
Nyla Rose is on there. You can hear me screaming. That's
Shut-
a man.
So bad.
So
bad.
So when you watch it, Brandon, when you go back and watch it, slow it down when Sammy Guerrero comes out.
Guevara.
It's Guerrero.
Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero's kid. Eddie's kid. Yeah, it's his kid.
The Spanish guy.
Slow it down when he comes out. You might see a familiar face.
And it was funny because somebody commented on one of my posts on Twitter and said, "I think I saw you when Sammy Guevara came out." I'm like, "Wasn't me. That guy weighs 100 pounds more."
That guy ate me.
Yeah. That guy definitely weighs more than me. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so somebody saw it, and then it's kind of crazy. It's like all you do is see my Twitter face. Like, like how do you?
Yeah.
But somebody did post that. Match of the night. What do you think it was?
Probably Cody.
Cody?
Yeah, Cody and
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin. Yeah, Cody and Darby.
Yep.
What do you think?
I'd probably have to go like that. I'd say Cody, Darby Allin. They just have such good chemistry.
Yeah.
When it comes to wrestling, and the psychology's there. So.
Yeah, and it's like a new breed of wrestler. When we were growing up, everybody was 6'5", 6'6", 6'9". You know, in my mind, that's a wrestler, dude. You go meet Hulk Hogan, he's 6'4", 6'5". You know, we meet these
6'7", dude, 6'7".
His build is 6'7", but he's 6'4", 6'5". So we meet these guys. I'm 6'1". I meet these guys, and I'm bigger than all of them.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's kind of weird. You see that, and then they come out signing autographs, and they're 5'10". You know,
Yeah.
Entertaining. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but they're not. And even the big guys, you know, like Wardlow.
Yeah.
We saw Wardlow. He's jacked. They're real jacked, but he's about my height.
Really?
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, he's not.
But
He's not crazy.
He looks big on
But he is.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's right next to MJF.
That's
MJF, who is a midget.
He's short.
Can we say that? Yeah, we can.
He's a midget and he knows it. Yeah, I tried to call MJF out. He walked away. He didn't want it. Didn't want any of it.
So the last match was the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, the Elite versus
No, that was a pretty good.
That might have been my favorite match of the year.
versus the Lucha Bros and Pac, who I absolutely love. I love Pac.
Yeah.
Or as Jericho, my son, calls him, funny ears.
He got ears like my kid. He's
He
got ears
comes
like my
out.
kid.
He comes out. He's like, "That's funny ears." As soon as he came out, like he doesn't even know his name. He calls like Pac's music hit. My son's 5. As soon as his music hit, he looks at me and says, "That's funny ears, Dad." Funny ears is coming out. So, but the Elite finally won. The Elite have been on a losing streak, and they finally won. We're good.
We're running low on the battery.
So they finally won.
And they build it as that way. They open the show with that.
Yes.
You know.
So it makes you think, what's the future going to hold? Now, next week, tomorrow, we have Kenny Omega and Hangman Page versus the Lucha Bros. So it'll be interesting to see.
And I honestly believe Hangman is turning. That's what they're pushing. He's turning.
Yeah.
And then
The way he wouldn't come out to celebrate with the Elite at the end of the
yeah,
match, I think that definitely.
he's got like a Moxley Hill
Yeah.
kind of angle to him.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of
Did y'all see it when he was at the announcer's booth? They had the Hangman Page up there. You see what it said above it? It said, "He's been drinking." He's been drinking.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. I've watched some of the BTEs and some of the other episodes, and so they're really pushing like Hangman's like, "I didn't even know I'm steaming with him. This will be interesting." And they teamed up a couple weeks ago, and they got in an argument afterwards, and they were getting ready to fight.
And they won, though.
Yeah, and Pac broke it up. So it'll be interesting to see. They're going to continue pushing that Kenny Omega Hangman angle, and I think it'll end up being a match, maybe at Revolution, maybe at Double or Nothing. I don't know. One of those.
I heard next week is Bash at the Beach.
Yep, Bash at the Beach, and then they go on a 9-day Jericho cruise. They're going to actually have matches on the cruise too.
Yeah,
that'll be. They're hinting at a intergender match with Kenny Omega and Riho versus Kip Sabian.
One-man tag team and Nyla Rose.
Kip Sabian and
my girl Penelope.
Penelope, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of an intergender, and that's why they're going to do it on the cruise because they're going to be away.
Yeah.
And everything. But, Impact Wrestling is known now for their intergender matches. Tessa Blanchard fighting like Sami Callihan and everything. That's what they're becoming known for. So, Tony Khan has said he's not really for that type of stuff. So it's kind of interesting that they're kind of hinting at doing a little bit of that.
So, does Moxley join the Inner Circle?
Ooh. Honestly,
take the car and go.
Just take the car. Take the car and go. I don't think so. I would like it. I think it opens up a little more angles that he can just slowly start taking the inner circle apart.
Well, he's a lone wolf right now, and it's kind of like he's trying to. They're building towards that feud with Jericho as. When he had his little list he read out, he kept saying Moxley's name. So he's kind of building towards a feud with Jericho. Yeah. And so it probably plays that he does join it, like you said. Just betrays him. Yeah. So there's a bunch of angles I think is going on. Jay Bird doesn't actually agree with me. But I am a wrestling idiot. We do a sports podcast.
He's a stupid idiot.
This kid's normally the idiot.
Talk about college football. I don't know anything.
But we'll get into some of that as time goes on.
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all saw the video. I should have sent it to y'all, but the Dark Order video, did y'all see that? Mm-hmm. It was a Dark Order video where the Exalted One was talking to Uno. And it was kind of funny because, remember Jim Cornette? He has bashed AEW. So in this office, you don't see who is talking to Uno. But there's a pair of glasses, and there's a tennis racket in the back.
They hates Jim Cornette. So this ought to be interesting.
I can't stand Jim. It's not Jim Cornette. I will boycott it if it's Jim Cornette. I cannot stand it.
You're a Dark Order fan. Yeah. I think it's a little weird.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting.
Seriously, you got a bunch of little old men running around on all fours. You don't even know who they are. You know what I mean? That's a bad move.
When they first debuted at Dark Order, you're like, this is so stupid. But since they started doing all the little promos and all that, it's gotten better.
I understand the promos are. I don't have a problem with the actual Uno and who's the other guy? Wrestling lady here. I don't know.
Yeah.
So and then you had the tag team that just joined them, but
jobbers.
Yeah, basically jobbers.
Yeah.
But that's a good way to build it. So you got but it's all the jobbers.
Yeah.
The guys in the mask that are selling popcorn before the show or whatnot. Doing the sound. And they're like crawling around. It's weird. It's not.
It is. No,
get rid of them guys and keep your core. I'm good with it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they progress it because they since one thing AEW prides themselves on is listening to the fans and adjusting. When they said, "Hey, we don't know, we're not sure about this Dark Order, make it interesting for us." All of a sudden, boom, they started making it interesting.
You want to listen to me? I got some good ideas.
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. So this week coming up, did y'all see any of the cards for tomorrow?
I don't know. I hope the fans aren't as. Never mind.
Did y'all see any of the card?
I don't know what part of Jacksonville the fans came from. It was bad, dude. It was bad.
Keep talking.
There were 85% guys there, and they were all 300-pounders with their shirts cut off here, and they all had some kind of. I'm kind of describing myself. Beard. And they would literally They were the ugliest group of people I ever saw. It looked like you went to the Clay County Fair. Dude, yeah, I mean, it was rough. And then they were all debating stuff. We were sitting in line. They were talking back and forth. You know, and I'm kind of mad Jericho ducked me.
He was not there. I was kind of disappointed he was not there.
Jericho ducked me. I told him I was coming. He didn't want that smoke.
So Jurassic Express, which is Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy,
Another guy that's not that big.
and Marco Stunt, are going to be facing Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. Dustin and Cody Rhodes are going to be facing the Lucha Bros. And Riho is facing the alien Chris Statlander. I know that for a fact. There's one more match I can't think of.
Chris Statlander win that for the championship?
No, I don't think so. I think Riho keeps it at least till the pay-per-view, and I think she maybe drops it at the pay-per-view. But there is a majority of people are ready for Riho to lose the title.
Well, she's not fighting.
Yeah. She's touring in Japan and all that. A lot of people are like, hey, she's like Brock Lesnar. She's never on. Problem is Brock Lesnar's at home. Riho is actually wrestling. But, yeah, she's been a part-time wrestler for them. They need to put that title on somebody that's going to be there every week. So, yeah, should be good. Orange Cassidy makes his Dynamite debut in a wrestling match. So that will be.
I can tell you, I love Orange Cassidy.
Everybody loves Orange Cassidy.
He had one of the biggest pops of the night the other night.
There was a guy sitting behind us dressed up as Orange Cassidy. He had the jeans on.
Yeah.
It looked like him.
That's hilarious.
So it should be a good Dynamite. I'm excited for it. Yeah, it'll be interesting, and just to see what direction they go with the Elite, how they continue to move that.
What do you want to see the most, Brandon?
What do I want to
I
see?
don't know what kind of angle or something they could change or do better.
I mean, I kind of like what you said earlier about how they're going with the Moxley Jericho angle. I think that would be a really good, matchup between those two. I definitely think it'd be kind of cool to see Moxley go into the inner circle and kind of, pick it apart. Honestly, like he's going in to join them when really he's going in as like a little bit of a double.
Yeah.
Like double guy.
Double cross him.
Yeah, double cross him and picks it apart that way. Maybe get some arrows out of the bar. It's like, you can take out Jericho and have him kind of sit in that angle. Have the Lucha Brothers kind of, or not
Guys.
Pride and Powerful. That's it.
Love them.
Yeah, but I just think it'd be a very
I'm the best.
It'd be a very, very interesting, storyline if they were able to do that.
What about you, Bird?
What was the question again?
what would you change, or what would you like to see going forward?
I would like
maybe a wrestler getting pushed or something.
It's not even that. For me, it's just more of staying focused, because I think like they start these feuds, and because they only have 4 pay-per-views a year, they do these feuds, and then they have like these little mini feuds that kind of take away from their feuds. I just like to see them stay focused and work it as best you can, and progress the storylines a lot better. You got BTE, which you've probably never even watched BTE, have you?
Yeah.
What's it called? What's it mean?
Being the elite.
Yes, being the
elite. B.
So
something like that.
That's all right. So if they don't even advertise being the elite on Dynamite, but they put storylines on being the elite. And so it's like
a normal fan like me and Brandon, you're not going to watch this. We're not going to watch we're not going to YouTube and watch AEW Dark or
which they do advanced storylines on Dark too. And so it's like, if you're going to do that, you really have to push it more. If you're going to do that. 190,000 people watch or are subscribed to being the elite.
So do they add an extra hour to the show?
No.
Do they add another show?
No. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe a tape show, with the dark matches.
So it's just something. I think it's something they're going to work on. We'll see what happens. What about you?
Yeah.
You agree?
Well, you said that because I've talked about that in other podcasts or with our sports podcasts when we talk about it. That's kind of my pet peeve. They start these things like the fallen angel, with the Lucha Brothers. They kind of started that angle while SCU was feuding with somebody else, and then he was feuding with them. That one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they kind of got all over the place, and I just want them to focus back.
Yeah.
Which I think they're doing now.
Yeah. So that and a bunch of little things like that. Like they haven't done anything. Private Party still out there. They're entertaining. They're young and they're raw, but they're entertaining. People like them. So there's a bunch of talent.
That's who they're facing. They're not facing. They're facing Private Party.
I mean, that's easily confused two Mexicans for two brothers that like to party.
They're facing
honest mistake.
Private Party. My fault. Messed
Honest
up.
mistake.
I couldn't find it on my phone quick enough.
Yeah.
So.
But that's about it. I mean, and then MJF needs to fight a little more.
So let's just before we wrap it up. So after the homecoming show, we went out back. We went out back and
where I was in my element.
Yes, we got to meet several of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Most of them are friendly. All of them are friendly, I should say.
Yeah.
Some people threw gum at us.
MJF.
Some people didn't want this smoke. Well,
we called you out, Wardlow.
Called you out.
We yelled at you.
You know what it is? He was scared to come over because he's not big. I mean, he's big. He's big, but he's not big. They got him as a monster. He's not a monster, man. He's a normal-sized human being. Muscles.
A lot of muscles.
Yeah, he didn't want it.
We were yelling at him, too. Wardlow, get over here. Come on.
He was in his shorts and his man bun.
Yeah, he was just
minding
like,
his own time.
I ain't coming out. He just kept walking.
Must pump weights. Oh,
steroids. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's when the librarian hit on me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what she did.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I took a picture with Brantley. For some reason, that's my kid. For some reason, he didn't want to take a picture, so he's got to see. And she's like, "That's a nice shirt." And she rubbed her finger. That's actually wearing this. I'm on TV wearing this shirt. So she goes, "That's nice." And she looked at me. She looked at me just like that. And smiled. And she walked to her car by herself. I was like, should I follow her?
With my kid in my arm.
No, I just Jaybird take her.
So
my wife would have got upset.
It was cool. It was cool to meet them. Like Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian, SCU, Christopher Daniels came out.
They were cool.
Get pictures. I mean, everybody was like, yeah. Orange Cassidy was out there. We got a picture with Orange Cassidy. My son was stoked. Darby Allin.
Push Darby.
And after Darby Allin does his picture like this, my son just wanted to start doing that in all the pictures. And I'm like, no, we got to smile.
My son was there, but he was like this. I was like, what are you doing? He goes, I thought he was going to kill me, Dad.
Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt and Sammy Guevara came out together, and so we got pictures with them. And then as Sammy Guevara was taking a picture with someone, Marco Stunt shanked him, pulled his pants down.
Sammy didn't care. Ain't no shame in that man's game.
No, man, that Joker is just like, whatever.
Jaybird stared at his package.
He's not gonna, how could you not? He's the Spanish god.
Red underwear, pretty impressive.
You remembered the color.
Sammy Guevara's my new favorite.
Guevara. So the funny story.
Eddie Guerrero.
Funny story. Funny story with Sammy Guevara is and Marco Stunt. Guevara. They walked over to the side. They were waiting on their Uber or something to pick them up. And so they walk over to the side, and they're like, 100, 200 feet away from us, away from everybody.
We had to walk that way, so we started.
My son, we were getting ready to walk back, and Jericho's like, Dad, I got to tell Marco something. What? He's like, I got to tell Marco something.
They were about to Uber together to wherever they were going.
Yeah. Don't believe it. They're friends, okay? They are friends. Don't believe what you see on TV all the time. And so I'm like, okay, well, he's right there. Go tell him. He proceeds to walk all the way over to Marco and says, hey, Marco. And he gives him a high five. He says, don't listen to anything Sammy says. He's a bad guy.
That's funny.
And Marco's like, I won't, man. I won't. Thank you.
Yeah, but at first he just ran over there and like stared at him. And Marco's like looking down like, oh, and he kind of turned. I'm like, he just wants to give you a high five.
Not many people Marco look down to.
Yeah. I'm like, he just wants to give you a high five. So he goes, oh, okay, man. He goes, don't you listen to Sammy. Bad guy.
He's a bad guy. I love it, man. Our sons are really getting into wrestling. My ex-wife's not a big fan of it, but you lose.
He's ex.
Yeah.
Marco, he's joining the Inner Circle. He's going to be their enforcer. Heard here. I do got some breaking news. Probably won't see Awesome Kong. She's gonna be injured. She's injured. We saw her limping out of the building, didn't we?
She was
She's
limping
gonna be
out.
injured. She ain't got.
Awesome Kong was limping out of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to keep an eye on. You heard it here first on Triple Covered Podcast, Jorts edition.
Shorts edition.
Shorts and jorts.
Sports and jorts. So,
Yeah.
anyway, any other things?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
WCW for life.
CWNWO.
Sweet.
Sweet. Everybody's like too sweet, like the originals always said. Sweet.
Yeah. Brandon's too young for too sweet.
Sweet.
Another NWO. It's more stone colder.
Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Triple Colors Podcast AEW edition. And we're going to try to do this every week, but I'm a slacker sometimes. Not them. It's me. Blame it on me if we don't. But
Follow us on Twitter.
Triple Covered.
At Triple Covered.
At Triple Covered. That's it, isn't it?
Well, what's your Twitter handle?
Well, there you go.
It's the Carol.
Twitter. Yep. He follows anything Gator football. That's the man right there. I know you nerds don't like football. Judged by them guys I saw at that show, they don't ever play football.
You, Flawless, Dustin Hollis.
Flawless Dustin Hollis. You can find me at Dustin Hollis.
Larry Zabisco.
Yeah.
I like that. We should do that
At
every
Dustin
episode.
Hollis TCP.
You can follow me, the Jaybird 904 on the Twitterverse.
Is it the letter J or do you spell J out?
I don't
Just the
know.
letter J.
It's the letter J.
I think you spell J out.
That's the letter J. Just look up
Yeah.
Justin Hollis. I mean, I'm popular. So.
He's like the king of the nerds.
King and the Nerds.
So,
It's a good podcast, Nick.
terrible.
King of the Nerds. Anyway, peace out. Y'all have a good night. Can't wait to watch Dynamite.